Hi everyone in American Lit. I just want to offer you a hopefully brief video, which should be the last in our series of videos this week, and that's just generally walking through what's required and what's due this week. I try to do this every week just to kind of walk you through and give you the visual of that. I promise not every week is going to be full of videos like this one. Hopefully I'm not boring you to tears, but please remember that in the past or the previous 3 videos there are some questions that you'll need to answer and send to me via email by Wednesday at 11:59 p.m. So just something to keep in mind as we walk through some of this. Okay, so I'm pulling up our course page. Remember, mine looks a little different from yours. Don't stress too much. We're just looking at this generally. So if I go to the content area, right, remember that if you're stuck in the overview section, just make sure that you're clicking down on week 1 or whatever week we happen to be in, and know that everything is listed here. Don't get too overwhelmed. There is quite a bit, but a lot of it is just a repeat of information you can find elsewhere. I just wanted it all located in a single place. So hopefully you watched the syllabus video first. If not, here's a link. And then I also have the actual syllabus if you wanted to kind of compare those side by side. The syllabus is also located in the overview section here. So a couple of places you can go to find that. Hopefully that's not too overwhelming, but it's the way D2L kind of operates. There's also the instructional video on where to go and what to do in our course, just generally in D2L. So make sure that you've watched that. And then the third video is on the discussion post, not only the instructions on how to post in the discussion area, but also the rubric. So make sure that you're looking through that. And here is the actual rubric itself so that you can take some time, look through it, and let me know if you have any questions or concerns. Okay? If you scroll down, so I try to put everything in order, right? If you scroll down, here's week 1's journal entry, and this is just kind of a, introduce yourself, right? Tell me who you are, what's going on. I really encourage you, right, to make sure that for these responses, you are writing them or composing them in Microsoft Word, not only so you can use these spell check and grammar check features, which aren't perfect, but they're something, but also so you can save those posts just in case your power goes out, your internet gets disconnected for whatever reason in the moment, D2L times out. You're saving your work and not losing it, but down the road that's also going to be pretty important with our paper portfolio, because I'm going to ask you to go through and choose your paper topic discussion posts, your top choices for that, and then revise them, edit them, peer review them, and then submit a final submission. So you need to save those somewhere so you can get back to them when you need to. So for this information, I just want you to kind of answer every part of the prompt as thoroughly as possible, but I have noted only share the information you're comfortable with sharing. You don't need you should not feel compelled to overshare, right? Only go to your comfort level. Do not go beyond your comfort level because everybody can see this, right? So answer everything as much as you can, but also as much as you're comfortable with. I did put a reminder here. Your initial response is going to be due on Wednesday. Most writing journals are going to be Wednesday due dates, but you'll need to respond to 2 of your colleagues by Friday. So post on or before Wednesday, and between Wednesday and Friday, just go in and respond to 2 of your colleagues, okay? So engage with them, show that you've read. This should not be, a very minimalist response. It needs to be more than just a sentence, right? So go back and look at the rubric, right? You'll need to respond and show that you've read their information, okay? So that's due by Friday, but you, as the original poster, also need to go in and see if anybody's responded to you. If they have responded to you and engaged with your introductory response, then you need to respond to them so this becomes a kind of conversation. It's the discussion area. But your response to them just needs to show that you're like, hey, okay, thanks. Or, I really understand that. Just show that you've read their work, that you appreciate them for taking the time to read your initial post and respond, okay? Your grade depends on it, so just keep those things in mind, okay? The week 1 reading response, this is where your textbook comes in. So you will have, hopefully by this point, because it's on the syllabus, you will have read pages 3 through 25, which is the introduction to our course text, just kind of offering you some context there. I want you to summarize the main ideas in 3 to 4 paragraphs. Okay, it's a lot to break down into just 3 or 4 paragraphs, but you need to pick and choose those details that you think are most important. Do not get super specific. I'm looking for an overall view of some of the things that you discovered in that reading, right? What are some of the trends? What is some of the history? Don't get in the weeds too much with the specifics, right? We want an overall summary. Part of understanding literature is being able to summarize it, okay? So you'll have to make some choices on what are the most important features. For something like this, you need to strive for about 6 to 7 sentences because you want to pull in information. You may want to pull in some phrases, right? Don't pull in long quotes, right? Don't rely too heavily on quotes. That's just not good practice. You want to start really only utilizing the things that are most important, right? Ultimately, I'm looking to see that you've read, okay, and that you understand. And I put here, do not overquote, only choose phrases that are important, not strings of sentences. And remember to always reference the page number. We need to follow MLA guidelines for sure. Please remember to revise and edit your work before you submit. That's always going to be important. And then make sure that you notice that your week 1 paper topic is going to be posted, and that should be visible on Wednesdays, okay? And that's going to also relate back to the introductory reading. Sometimes it will relate to a new piece of reading, just depending on that week's assignments. But for this week, because we're just kind of easing into this, it's still related to your introductory reading pages 3 through 25. Okay, so that's just kind of the gist of where to go and what to do for the first week, and I'll try to keep these updates coming when they're necessary. Again, not to overwhelm you with videos. But if you do have any questions, please consider posting in the Q&A area of the discussion board. There's no judgment there. If you have a question, you know, other colleagues can jump in and answer them, but I will check back and provide the response, or you can send me an email directly. It's, again, just when you send me an email with the question, chances are other students have that same question, so just don't hesitate to post there. If you have any other questions or concerns, you can always reach out to me. I'm here for you, but I know that you're going to have a great week. I'm really looking forward to the summer session. Hang in there and good luck.